I'm Shirlayne Quayle, and I'm the Director of Strategic Program and Partnership Development for Technology Venture Development at the University of Utah. I will work with students, the community, and international partners to develop university technologies and to build long-term partnerships for the betterment of the world. Okay, so a practical application of leadership for me really centers around what you can get done with people. So the relationship piece is there, the awareness of who you're working with and getting to know them, and then you want to get things done. And so when it comes to creativity and innovation and entrepreneurship, those things are all still really based in relationships because you typically don't get things done by yourself. So if you are a good, strong leader and you're very aware of yourself and your own abilities, your own limitations, and you pay attention to the things that you want to build on and personal growth pieces, which are kind of a whole different conversation, you can really look at how you inspire others to either be creative themselves or to join in to help move your idea forward or an idea that you like. And so you can move things forward and create this creative engine by bringing people together and building a collaborative environment. And that is a very inspirational side of leadership that has incredibly practical applications. And so it's still based in the relationship piece of it. You can't do all of those things if you don't know your team, if you don't know who you're working with, if you don't reach out and meet new people all the time and learn from them and grow yourself. And so that's kind of the interconnected pieces that I see with leadership. And then when you take that to the world stage, it again makes it even much more exciting because there's that much more to learn. There are that many more experiences to build on and ideas and perspectives to think about and incorporate. And so, you have to be aware of all those pieces, but the opportunities for inspiration and motivating others to be creative and build on creative ideas and create amazing things is I think the fundamentally exciting piece about leadership. In my experience, it's the differing perspectives that diversity brings. It could be diversity in cultures, it could be diversity in life experience, it can be diversity in what you do every day. For instance, when I'm working on a project, I don't just pull in people who I work with every day in my office. I pull in people from the design field. I pull in people from communications. I pull in people from, my friend is an investment management executive. I pull her in to work on stuff that is completely outside of her area of expertise because I want her perspective. I know she's going to look at it differently. And so it's the same with students. When we get a student team together, and anytime students have the opportunity to do this, we encourage them to do it. Work with a business student and an architecture student and an engineering student and a medical student. Put them all on a team. Even if they're focusing on something that's completely outside of most of their expertise, they end up coming up with this incredibly creative, innovative way to approach the problem because they're putting all of their heads together and they're not relying on only one way of thinking. And so that diversity is incredibly valuable. And the opportunities for that diversity exist all over. You just have to be open and you have to look for them. So to build the relationships and end up having an effective outcome, one of the key pieces is to do your research ahead of time. You might meet someone and ask them probing questions. Learn a little bit about them so you can go back and look at it. If you've been introduced to them but haven't met them yet, or if they're from a different culture, or whatever the scenario may be, do your research. Learn about that country, for instance. Learn about what it is that how they conduct business is an example to use. In India, for example, there's a very, very distinct difference between a work setting and a casual setting. So in the US, I can meet someone in a coffee shop and I can have a business meeting in a coffee shop. For an Indian professional, that would probably not go. That would be a very casual interaction for them. They would not see that as actually as a business meeting and getting business done. And so, do your research, learn about those things, learn about ways to be the most effective in building that relationship, and then a really great way to be sincere is to ask about their families. I mean, in most cultures, even in India, while they may separate their business environment from their casual environment, we're all people. And I'll tell you what, the one thing people love to talk about is their kids or their pets. And so ask about that, you know, do you have children? How old are they? You know, what are they interested in? I know all about all of my Indian colleagues and my Indian friends. I know all about their families. I know how many kids they have. I know their kids' names. I know pretty much when they were born. I know what they're doing. I know that one of them loves to sing and wants to be a professional singer. And I've been to her, you know, YouTube page, and I kind of keep up on things. And you build that relationship just like you would any other relationship. But bridging that gap in the beginning, especially when there's already kind of a diversity inherent in it, it's really worth it to do your research and learn as much as you can about where that person is coming from, whether it's their company or a school. You know, if they went to school at a certain university and you happen to know about the university, look for those connections. And don't force it. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Be sincere. And you will be amazed at how easy those relationships really are to build.